Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about UNIWeb. UNIWeb is a collaborative research information system. UNIWeb employs user data to facilitate local research networks, generate administrative information, and save time on funding applications. I'm going to demonstrate all of this using the University of Ottawa's instance of UNIWeb. Here is the public profile of a professor at the University of Ottawa. She specializes in social geography, examining how global warming affects migration. Beyond the utility of a UNIWeb presence for every professor, UNIWeb also shows us which other professors share her research interests. UNIWeb uses research interests to create a local research network. Universities with UNIWeb use these networks to give their researchers a tool to find internal collaborators for their research projects, attract graduate students, and engage external collaborators. Researchers can find each other based on shared research interests, breaking out of their silos. Strong teams of complementary expertise are more likely to perform well in funding competitions. Top prospective students look for what a university can offer in terms of research expertise and funding, and UNIWeb's research networks illustrate clearly what is being done at an institution. Similarly, external collaborators can easily find and connect with researchers for partnerships. Here we see that she has a variety of connections within the Department of Geography. These are people down the hall, the ones she knows. But here we see connections beyond the Department of Geography. Here is one in the Department of Rehabilitation Sciences. They are linked through the shared interest in language rights and policies. He could be a valuable source that would have been practically impossible to find any other way. When we take a step back and look at these profiles from the perspective of an entire institution, we will be able to easily see what a university is actually doing. Here are the different clusters of research interests for the University of Ottawa. We want to see what is being done in the domain of nutrition. In 5 seconds, I can tell you the names of the researchers working on this topic. I will navigate to this cluster of health sciences and not only see the researchers, but also the work they do. From here, we have the option of following the work of either a specific person or see what is being done under a specific subtheme. This method of presenting information offers users, the public, prospective students, and companies easy access to the information on the university's research activity and who is doing it. Here's what research interests are based on. When this researcher imported her publications from her file in order to create a funding application, and I will show you how to do this later on, she labeled them according to their themes and topics. These labels then generated her research interests, which connected her to the other researchers in her institution. Up until this point, we have been looking at the public side of UNIWeb. Now we are going to look at how UNIWeb is used internally. Both researchers and administrators use UNIWeb to streamline their administrative workflow. All of the academic data in the researchers' UNIWeb profiles can be accessed, measured, and downloaded within seconds. Administrators have access to over 30 different metrics on research performance, from number of publications to course development activities. As seen here, I choose the metric I want and UNIWeb compiles a document which I can download to use in meetings and reports. Looking for information of very specific data? UNIWeb's engineers can create your customized metrics and have them available to download and present. Administrators also have access to CV information. They can provide users with a deadline to have their accounts up to date by sending them a generic email, and then download CVs, be it individually or for entire departments, in a few moments. We have worked with universities to create their own customized CV templates, so that when an administrator is downloading a researcher's CV, they can choose to have it downloaded to specific formatting and styling standards. Universities use these for annual reports, applications for sabbatical and tenure, as well as other administrative needs. These documents can have a variety of features depending on the needs of each department or faculty. Not only can an administrator choose to download the CV in the university's customized template, but they can choose which layout sections and years they wish to pull data from, as well as specify the file format and citation style. In the same way that administrators can download CVs for internal reports, researchers can do so themselves with the same applicable options, as well as create backups. Before that can happen, researchers need to add their information. Now we will look at how researchers populate their accounts with their academic data in the Curriculum Vitae section. The Curriculum Vitae can be filled by importing all of the data you already have in the CCV. To start a new account in UNIWeb, the first step is to import any data that is in the CCV website. After downloading the CV's XML file from the CCV website, the user can upload this file into UNIWeb, and all of the information that is already in the CCV is now available in UNIWeb. UNIWeb can do even more with the CCV data. UNIWeb's editor mirrors that of the CCV, meaning that a user can perform all their data input and editing to prepare a funding application right in UNIWeb, using the exact same templates and help text from the CCV, before exporting a fully completed CV to the CCV for submission. You can always work on your CV, even when the CCV website is slow or down due to high demand. UNIWeb CCV Editor is smart too. It checks your data against the standard of the template and identifies and directs you to errors for correction. UNIWeb stores your publications here, under the Publications tab. Here, a researcher can view all of the publication citations they have imported, as well as detect and correct any duplicate entries. This is where publications can be tagged in order to be displayed publicly in the profile, or where research themes can be linked with published work. We have more planned for UNIWeb in the future. We are working on Groups and Labs, which is a page for group or lab research, which will show research collaborations and publications coming out of these units, as well as which researchers are associated with which lab. This will also expand the power of the research networks, as researchers can find groups and labs they are linked with. There's a lot more I would like to say about UNIWeb, so if you find UNIWeb intriguing, I would be more than happy to visit you for an in-person demo.